Hello folks, I'm aiming this video specifically to the young black men who attend Manchester Metropolitan University in Crew, which is in the northwest part of the UK, small town up in the northwest. Now guys, I've got a bit of a bone to pick with you. Now, my daughter attended a party you guys had over the weekend. She doesn't attend the university. She was invited by one of her friends as a guest. And she asked me a strange question when I picked her up from the station. She said, "Dad, how comes all the black guys up there only date white women?" And I said, "Pardon? What do you mean all the black guys date black women? Or white women, sorry. She goes, "Yeah, they only date white women." And I said, "Well, defy all. Are we talking some, most, or a lot all?" Because you youngsters, you have a different language to us old folks. I'm 48, by the way. And so I have to double check to make sure that a young person's all is the same as my all, right? Anyway, we digress. So she said, I said, how would you know what a man dates, even if he's walking down, like in for example, myself, my last girlfriend, she was Greek. Now, if you saw me and her walking down the road holding hands, you can't know what women I do or do not date just because I'm with her. I do date black women, and I have dated black women, but just because I was with my Greek ex-girlfriend doesn't automatically mean all I date is Greek women. You see what I'm getting? So I said to my daughter, "So how would you know what they date?" And she said, "Because they said." And I thought, wow, I was quite surprised at this, because of all the years of clubbing I've done and partying I've done and places I've been to, I've never been in one place where the guys only go for one type of woman, shall I say. There's always been a combination. You got the guys who date a woman regardless of her color. It's more of an opportunist sort of thing, first come, first serve. Then you have the guys who maybe feel they're being put off a lot of black women because they may feel that a lot of black women in their eyes have an attitude problem, which they are the minority. And then you have the other sort of black guy who gets more attention from white women stroke other here in the UK, and out of habit he tends to go for them more, but he still dates black women all the same. And then you got the fourth sort of black guy who only dates white women, and then you got the fifth sort of black guy who only dates black women, or his main interest is black women. So everywhere I've been, you always got the kind of combination of it. And why I know this is because I've done a lot of years of research with a view to write a book, not only about mixed couples, but about the dating scene in general. So I've had many, many conversations with a lot of black men about this particular subject, hence why I know about the 5 different types. Anyway, so we come back to my daughter and his college. So she said that when she would say to one of these guys, "Look, my friend, she likes you," he would look at the friend and look back at my daughter and say, "Oh, I only date white women." And my daughter says, because she herself is light-skinned, she feels that they may have felt more comfortable. She thought at the time that they felt more comfortable telling her this because they may have mistaken her for being mixed race. And but then it turns out that she was wrong in this, because later on in the campus, when she was with her black friends, and some of them would like talk to the guys and so forth like that, they would still say to her friend's face, "I only date white women. I only date white women." There's a situation they were with this guy in the kitchen or something like that, and they're all talking to him, and then he came up with the same thing. This is a different occasion again. He also said, only date white women, and apparently 2 white women came in the kitchen, sat behind my daughter and her friends, and I think they were sort of giving flirty eyes at the guy, and they interrupted their conversation, and then the black guy followed them out as such, and this caused a bit of a stir with the ladies in question. So right now I'm going to speak direct to you guys in Manchester, in the university there. Guys, listen. Yes, you have the right to date who you like. Yes, you have the right to marry who you like. It's your heart. You fall for who you fall for. And yes, you have the right to your own opinion. But because you have the right, it does not make it right for you to throw that negative message in the face of young black women. It doesn't make it right. It's not right. It's not good. It's cruel. It is straight upright cruelty. I'll drop it to you another way. Let's say a fat woman came up to me and said, "Oh, by the way, Ron, my friend over there, she likes you." And I looked over and her friend was also fat. And I looked back at her friend and I said, "I don't go for fat women. She's too fat." It's the same sort of lack of tact. You see what I'm saying? It's very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. By the way, fuller figured women, I do love my fuller figured woman with the big booties and chunky thighs. You know, I love the chunky curvy size 14 up to a size 20. You know, depending on the shape and size. So don't take the fat too much too hot, because I'm a chunky man. I'm a chunky man. You know, chunky lover. Anyway, let's move on. So guys, you know, please stop this, because you are manufacturing animosity. And one of my daughter's friends, she said that she feels that she's becoming a racist towards white women. You know, and you got to remember, right, where you live up there in Crewe. In London is known for, well, people, not just women. London is known for people being not very friendly. And up in the Midlands and in the North, where you are, it's known that the people are much more friendlier than in London. And it's a shame to turn those friendly young black women into hostile, bitter, angry black women. And that'd be your fault. You would have done that, you know? And we don't need any more of them. We don't need any more of that hate going around, you know? We really don't. So please, guys, stop it. Say anything else. Just say, "I don't fancy her." "Oh, she's not my type." "Oh, I'm already with somebody." Anything, but don't chuck that in their face. "I only date white women." And the reason why I'm making a kind of big deal about this, because with youngsters, and I hope I don't mean to sound patronized, but this is how it is, right? When you're between the age of, say, 12, 13, up to the age of, say, 21, you're like an open, unwritten book. And what experiences you have between those ages, you will read out for the rest of your life, unless something happens to change that. So what I'm saying is, you're contributing to the writing in those young women's book, and you could be turning them into quite so hostile and bitter women. And so you see what I'm saying? See, if they were in their 30s and 40s, it wouldn't matter so much, because they would have grown in their confidence, they would have discovered themselves, and it wouldn't really move them. You know, same way like when I was 16, if you had called me an ugly mother then, it would have much more of a devastating effect on me when I was between the age of 14 to 20. You called me an ugly mother then, I may have pretended I didn't care, but deep down inside it would really hurt me. You call me an ugly mother now, at the age of 48, that wouldn't sway me, wouldn't move me. I wouldn't give a flying shit. Why wouldn't I give a flying shit? Because still at the ripe old age of 48, and if you want, you could look at my YouTube video called One Funky Granddad, Old School Boogie. I work as an entertainer and a dancer. And in the last 10 years, as a dancer, I've had my fair share of attention from various types of women, and I've had my fair share of action as well. So if it's not today or tomorrow, or next week. I know it's just a matter of time that a woman will be propositioning her phone number to me. If I want to take it, I can take it if I wanted to. Now, I'm not claiming to be the best looking man in town. I know I'm not, far from it, and I'm quite happy with my lot. But I also know that physically, I'm above average in terms of my physical build compared to the average man, especially of my age, and my actual dance ability is above average. That's for sure. That's for sure. So, though I'm not the best looking man in town, I sure the hell ain't the worst neither. So you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, it's very important not to be slating these women at this young age. Now, the only reassurance I could give you guys that when the comments start coming in, while the hits are quite low, you're fairly safe. But when the Americans catch hold of this, they're going to be sending you some nasty comments. Believe me on this one. I'm going to tremble when I go to click my inbox and I see there's a message left according to this video. I'm going to be trembling for you boys. The only reassurance I could give you is because I have dated white women myself, even though I date black women, I still find them attractive and everything, especially when I was in America. They're still going to be coming after me with their comments. But believe me, my hangman's rope is not going to be anywhere near as big and as tight as your hangman rope. They got sewn up for you, and your rope is going to have razor blades sewn into the loose of it. So that's what I'm going to say to you guys. Now, my message to the black women up there in the same university: chin up, don't despair. In London, you will meet guys who pay you attention and be interested in you. Same way if you go to Manchester. Same way if you go to Birmingham. And I don't know about Manchester. I don't know much about it, but I know if you go to Birmingham and London, you will meet the brothers who are going to like you. And if you feel you have to date a white guy, nothing wrong with dating white guys. I'm not trying to make it sound that way. I wish you all luck, because it's your life. You must live it to how you see fit. And if you find love with a white man, then you find love with a white man, and all power to you. Okay? But if you're interested in the black guys, don't despair. Just come down to London. You're not gonna come across as much those guys who's gonna give you all that shit. Okay? And my message to any other black women out there: if in any way, shape or form in the past I have, say, contributed to your animosity, right, please accept my humble apology, because I am not aware of doing so. It's not something I would do intentionally. So please accept my humble apology. I really am sorry if I have done that. I am not aware of doing that because it's not really my nature to shove shit in people's face. But if I have indirectly done so, please accept my humble apology. Okay? Okay. I can't think of anything else I can really say to you guys, really. But guys, think about what you're saying to young black girls, Please, please. Thank you very much. And I kind of look forward to seeing your comments. Right, well, anyway, right, okay. Okay, see you later. Bye.